Hi friends, welcome to the Finance Scribble. I make videos all about the financial aspects of life that I've learned along the way and would love to share them with you. Today I'm talking all about trip planning. My husband and I are going on our long overdue honeymoon to Scandinavia soon, and I have all the tips for how we plan big trips. Make sure you subscribe and come back weekly for more videos like this. To start off, I would hop onto Google Flights as soon as you know roughly the dates for the trip. Even if they are not set in stone, Google Flights will help you monitor flight prices and send you notifications when prices go up or down. The cool thing is you can even make the dates flexible, so it'll also notify you for dates around what you have in mind, just in case prices are significantly cheaper a day before or after. It's a great free tool to kick off the trip planning process. It'll also tell you if the price that you're looking at is high compared to what it was previously, and so you can make a more informed decision. Next, I would set a rough budget for the trip. It all depends on where you are going, how expensive the city is, how luxurious you want this trip to be, how many nights will you be there, and what kind of food or activities you want to have/do. For our honeymoon, we decided to splurge and spend a little over 2 weeks in Scandinavia. We know that Scandinavia is more on the expensive side, so we budgeted a lot for this trip, a total of $12,000. I'm actually not even sure this is enough for everything that we want to do, but it's a great start. We set this budget probably a year ago and have been saving for it in a sinking fund. We should be all done with the sinking fund by end of this month. I broke the $12,000 total into various categories. For flights, I estimated about $2,700 since we are flying into one city and then out of another city, which usually makes it more expensive. For Copenhagen accommodation, I set aside $2,300 for it. We are spending 7 nights there, so it's the most expensive of the 3 cities. Helsinki accommodation is at $650. Oslo is at $1,700. Food in Copenhagen will be our biggest category at $2,800. The number 1 restaurant in the world, Geranium, is in Copenhagen, and we got reservations to go there. It's definitely a huge splurge for us, but we definitely value eating out as a valuable experience for us, and so we're definitely gonna splurge on that, and it's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Honestly, I'm a little scared to think that $2,800 might not even be enough for Copenhagen. For Helsinki, food is at $500, Oslo is at $600. Both of those cities, we are there for only 3 nights. The rest is pretty self-explanatory and honestly just really random, as I have no idea how much public transportation we'll even use. This brings our grand total to $12,000. Next, I do a good old Google search to look up the best restaurants to try. I read countless articles and blog posts to find the must-try restaurants and attractions to visit. Also look at Instagram, see if there's inspirations there. Then I use Google Maps to save the ones that I think are interesting, and then create a list in Google Maps for each city that I am visiting, so everything can be saved in the same location. I do the same for activities or shopping spots. Once I have a good list of places saved, I can view the list and start planning out our days by visually looking at all the saved spots on Google Maps and see which ones are near each other so that we can plan the food, attractions, according to where they're located, so we're not kind of hopping back and forth across the city. It just makes our day so much more efficient when the places that you are going to are relatively close to each other or walking distance from each other, or just a short public transit ride. I am a huge planner, so I love me a spreadsheet when planning trips. Do whatever works for you, but writing down notes is very helpful, especially if you are planning this with someone else. Share the document with others in your group so everyone can collaborate and contribute. For our honeymoon, my husband and I split the research, so he took Oslo and I took Helsinki and Copenhagen. We met a few times to discuss our findings and did all the restaurant reservations and stuff for each city that we are responsible for. In our spreadsheet, we also have a packing list with items that will be shared, things like toothpaste, for example, items he will pack for himself, items I will pack for myself. This way we will have no duplicates. I've definitely been on trips with friends and family where we all pack toothpaste and we end up with 5 tubes of toothpaste, which is just not necessary, and it helps us kind of make sure that we're efficient when packing and not overpack. I also use the spreadsheet to make a to-do list so that we don't forget things that we need to do, as well as track our expenses. I want to know how we are tracking toward our budget. So it's a good spot to kind of park all those expenses we've already done. And I'm not going to force us to kind of stick to the budget since this is our honeymoon, but it helps to have a guideline. So far, we are under budget on accommodations, a tiny bit over budget on flights, not by much, maybe a couple $100. The rest we will see when we return. I'll do a post over on Instagram after we get back on how we did compared to our budget, so make sure you follow me over there. Alrighty, that is it for today. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, and come back weekly for new videos. Thanks for watching. Happy scribbling. Bye.